Jamal Niaz here with the legend, the icon, Paddy Pimblett, and we've got two other legends and icons in the making in Shem and Luke Riley making their debuts, UFC Qatar, November 22nd. When I spoke to Shem in November 2023 for the first time, he said back then that Luke should have been in the UFC yesterday. How excited are for them just as friends, and you know that they have the superstar quality that you have as well?
Yeah, I know how good they are, know what I mean? So it's nice to finally have more of us in the UFC. You know, it's only me and Nathan now. Molly's retired, but I've said since day one, since I've been training with them, that they'll end up in the UFC. And I always describe Luke as a striking version of me. You know, so, and Shem is a grappler just like me. So we've got two different styles of fighter getting in there and putting on a show the same night.
They're both used to having the spotlight in them. Shem absolutely loves the limelight. Same as you, whether people love him or hate him, he's going to make new fans and he's going to shove it down the haters' throats as well. What would be your one piece of advice with dealing with the UFC debut spotlight, changing rooms, the atmosphere building? What was the biggest thing that stuck out for you? Obviously, yours was the apex, but you've been building towards the UFC for a long time. You had two opportunities to sign with them previously, didn't you?
I don't have to tell them nothing, lad. They know what's coming. Nothing's different. Wasn't for me anyway.
Just treat it as the same as any other day.
It's still a fight at the end of the day. Doesn't matter what organisation it's for. Some people do themselves and get jitters, but neither of them are going to do that. I know they're not, so we don't have to worry about them two in that situation.
And just both of them, like I mentioned, they've got that superstar quality. When you guys were filming for your vlog before, they're the same off camera as they are on camera. Have you always noticed that outside the ring and the cage was something that has gravitated people towards you, whether they're a fight fan or not? And I feel like those two have that same quality in them. Is that something you've always seen as well?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a Scouser thing as well?
Yeah, it's a Scouse thing. We can't really, even though Luke's not fully Scouse, you know what I mean? But he's an honorary Scouser. But we just can't, the mates we have and the crowds we're in, we can't be fake. You can't put on no act because you look like a you know what I mean? It's just something we can't do around here. You've got to be yourself. If you try and put an act on, you'll get called out by your mates and the closest people to you, never mind people on the internet.
No, it's cool to see. Like, you are unapologetically authentic. You always have been. Whether you were doing your vlog before, talking to people in the gym, nothing changes about you whatsoever. The other thing is, Shem pointed out to me that obviously Topuria's brother is fighting on that card. So you're going to have your hands full because you're looking after Shem and Luke, cornering them. You've got Ilia Topuria's going to be there. Arman Tsarukyan's going to be there. Your face lit up, then you're ready to go, aren't you? You're ready to go.
It's going to be funny as I can't wait. It's going to be hilarious. We'll get some nice bits of content from that, like 1,000,000%. I can't wait for it.
Because they have also expressed their interest in fighting Topuria at some point. He's yours, obviously, for the taking, but Shem and Luke, they want a piece of him as well. Is it going to be a case of you holding them back as well? Because it's next gen versus the world in Qatar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's us versus everyone. It's always like that, though. No matter where we are, it's always next gen versus the world. You know what I mean? That's just how we are. And that's the way we see it, and it'll continue in Qatar. Like, you know, Arman and Ilia are both bullies. They try and gang up on people when they're on their own. Ilia tried to do it to me. Arman tried to do it to Bobby Green. But, you know, there'll be a team of us this time, lad. So if they try and gang up on us, they're gonna get their eye wiped. They're gonna get a couple of smacks.
There is obviously huge bad blood between you and Topuria. Goes without saying, but is a weird part of you kind of grateful for him being there, because you do need a dance partner, and this seems like your legacy-defining rivalry in the UFC. Every fighter has one, and for me, this is the biggest fight that can be made in MMA at the moment. This should be the fight that should be made for the launch of UFC on Paramount in America.
Yeah, it should be. Everyone knows that. Everyone said that. You know, don't ever want to say a bad word about Justin Gaethje, because he's a legend, but he's doing interviews lately being a proper you know what I mean? Saying like the UFC owe him and he deserves it and all that. No one's owed nothing. You know what I mean? You fight for it. And my last win, I beat someone in a better fashion who was a higher ranked opponent than he won in his last fight. So I know he's a legend and obviously he's done a lot for the company and all that, but you can't just demand a title shot. Then you've got Arman who hasn't fought in, it'll be 18 months or something like that. So you know, me and Topuria's got the storyline built in. It's all there. It's half nice for me that he won the belt, even though I don't like him. I'd rather him not be a 2-division champ. It's better for me that he won the belt, because if Charles would have won, then I definitely would have had to fight someone else first. You know what I mean? But with Ilia having the belt, it's just a storyline's already set up. It's all ready to go. Exactly. So I don't know. Don't understand why it's not announced and why it's not already made and written in a contract, but we'll see what happens over the next few weeks.
Do you remember how you were feeling when you were cage side for that, and then when you were in the cage staring at him face to face for the first time when he had the belts on the shoulders? Because you were towering over him. Yeah. You were huge next to him. I'm
well bigger than him. I've always said that. I'm so much bigger than him. Like them 6-inch or 6 cent, whatever the shoes he wears at the weigh-ins, lad, to make himself look taller.
Hey, I need some of those shoes as well. I really do.
Shoes what make him like that much bigger, lad, when he does weigh-ins and that. It's embarrassing. When Charles and Ilia walked out, I said straight away, Ilia's going to win. I could just tell by the way Charles looked nervous. Ilia didn't. He was calm, and that's what Ilia always is. He's calm, he's collected, and he's good at that, and that's when he's at his best. But I'm already in his head. You know what I mean? Never mind when we have a few press conferences and a few things. I'm already in his head as it is. Never mind before we get a press tour going. So, yeah, I'm the one. I'm his kryptonite, and I'll prove that when I fight him. And I know the odds are going to be against me. I'll probably be like a 5-1 underdog. So I'm going to make all my mates very rich.
Final one, as I know you get off, and I really appreciate your time. And probably undoubtedly most importantly, the work that you've done over the years and recently with the UFC launching a new mental health organisation and your own foundation. You're constantly giving back to the community. Just how much fulfillment does that give you? And you feel like you have like a duty of care for the people of Liverpool, don't you?
Yeah, of course. This is my city, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be where I am without this city and without the way I was raised and the environment that I'm in. So helping the people of this city who've got me where I am is just normal to me, you know what I mean? Anyone in my position should be doing that. Anyone wherever they're from should be helping the people that they're from. And as you know, like, kids nowadays don't have as many opportunities, even though they should have more because of the way the world is, but just try and help with that. And obviously the mental health side of things. I woke up this morning, lad, and a friend of a friend, someone who I went to school with, was putting up his best mate's killed himself. So like, it's still happening constantly, so it needs to be spoken about more, and it needs to come more to the forefront of the world, where men are still just killing themselves. So at the minute, it doesn't really feel like I'm making much of a difference, but
you are 100%. You are. We're all seeing what you're doing every day, every week, and everyone massively appreciates it. Final one, is there a particular circumstance or an interaction you've had with someone where they've gone out the way to say how much you doing what you're doing has helped them and changed their life? There must be so many.
I've had loads of people come up to me and say, like, you saved my life, and I'm just like, wow. But I always say, I never saved your life. I just said something to put you on the right path to save your own life. I never saved anyone's lives, lad. I just said something to make people then open up themselves. Like, I never went and saved your life and cut the rope from your neck or stopped you from taking tablets or jumping off a bridge or something. But I said something to ignite something in you to then go and speak to someone else. Like, you know, it's an unbelievable feeling when someone says to me, like, you saved my life. It beats getting your hand raised in the cage, put it that way.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should be so proud, because above everything that you do in MMA, that is the most important thing that you're doing. So we all really appreciate it, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you, brother.